Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this consultation series. We're going to give you all kinds of tips and tricks for effectively and properly lighting up your home. So if you want to get your free consultation, just shoot me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca. Send me a few pictures and we'll give you a video presentation of what lights are going to work best with your property, or go and visit us at lightingdoctor.ca or go check out all our videos on YouTube.
Hey, Damien, yeah, thanks for sending the pictures in here. I think you could do a really cool job and just keep it really basic and really make it look good. I love the brickwork, so that's going to be a big focus, as well as the shutters, and then a little bit give you the option of doing a little bit more. But what I would definitely do is I would just use a series of accent lights, so just some regular uplights. The only thing is, because you have the second story here, to push that light up, you're going to have to use something a little bit brighter than the standard bulbs that come in here. Usually in these you get it comes with about a 4-watt LED, which is about roughly 250 lumens at a 35-degree beam spread. But for that second story, and what I'm going to recommend, you're probably going to want to increase that to a 5-watt LED, which is about a 35-watt equivalent halogen lamp, and a 25-degree beam spread. And what that's going to do is it's going to help push that light a little bit further up the house here. And pretty simple is I would just have them placed evenly throughout the front of the house, really highlighting the brickwork. The nice thing is you will get a little bit of reflective light into the beds. I'll give you some path lighting options if you want, but I don't think you necessarily need to do a whole bunch with that. But I would put an accent light kind of at the base here, you know, probably about 12 to 18 inches back, and have that almost shining straight up the shutters here, one in the middle and then another one on the side here. And then I would do the same on this side. I would have one on this shutter, one in between this shutter, one in between this shutter, and one on the corner of the house here. And then that's going to do a really good job of lighting up the whole front of the house. It's not going to be overwhelmingly bright, even though that might seem like a lot of lights, partially because you have the darker brickwork. It is going to absorb a lot of that light, so you don't get a lot of reflective light, so it doesn't make it look super bright. And then I would put just a standard 4-watt LED uplight, just the same as those on this tree here. Although you could, if you want to just keep it consistent, that same 35-watt equivalent one that you have would still work good here. And the reason you might want to do that is in the winter, it'll just give a little bit more light on all the branching structures, which is always nice. So it still makes that tree kind of stand out a little bit. Something else I would probably try and do is, if it's possible, I would actually probably try and run a wire up the eaves trough here and into the gutter, and actually mount a accent light on this side, just a regular one. And you know what, I might even just go to a wash light, which is not quite as bright and a little bit wider angle, just to give a little bit of extra light above the doorway there, which looks really good. It's pretty easy to do with these gutter mounts that we have. It's basically this little mount that fits in the gutter that you just screw the light into, and it works really well. And that would really bring your lighting project to the next level. And then you'd have all the peaks lit, all the stonework, the shutters, you get some reflective light. And the last thing I would probably consider doing is, if you wanted to throw maybe 1 or 2 path lights just to highlight the front entryway. I wouldn't put anything along here. As nice as it would be to have path lighting, unless you're going to put like a mulch bed or something, you're really just asking for a maintenance headache with anything you have to put in the grass, because now you're going to have to trim around that. But if you wanted to put them by this front section here, you could definitely do that. I like the way you kind of have it staggered. Something that we often do that gives you a little bit more light is actually placing the path lights in the flower pots. So there's usually like a drainage hole in there, and you can run the wire up the bottom and then mount them in the flower pots here and here. And what that does is it gets that light a little bit higher. And when the light's higher, it pushes the light a little bit further on the ground. So if you had one there and one there, I mean, you've already got like half of this walkway area lit. So that might be something you want to consider. But yeah, pretty simple. I mean, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accent lights. If you wanted to put one up there with the gutter mount, you'd put one more and then maybe 2 path lights. I think you could do a really good job, and that would be a really good first start. So thanks for sending in the pictures, Damien. If you have any other questions or need any other help, please do let me know.
If you see here, we got this bed area, and this was an area that was totally isolated, that we couldn't get wire to really. We got this nice, beautiful brick walkway here, but we're out on Vancouver Island where it is an island and most of it's rock, and there's just no way we could tunnel underneath that sidewalk without going super deep and totally messing up the gardens. So what we did is, if you see behind me here, on this bush that goes up and then across the doorway here, and then back down, what we did is we actually used the gutter, and we actually ran wire up the gutter, over the doorway, and down into this bed here, and we were easily able to do that. And now we didn't have to tear up the whole garden, but we can get power here and still keep all our lights on the same transformer. So sometimes you got to be a little creative with how you get wire to different areas, but there's always a way, and you'd never even know that that wire's there, because where we came back down in the bed is right behind a trellis that we ended up highlighting and featuring anyway, that you guys can't tell from the video, but I can see it's starting to look really, really good, so I'm glad we lit that up. And that wire's totally hidden, so you'd have no idea how we got that wire there. So sometimes you got to be a little creative. You don't always have to go into the sidewalk, so think of alternative ways. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video presentation with some great tips and tools on how to go and properly and effectively light up your landscape. And be sure, if you want your own free consultation video, just send me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca with a few pictures of your property, and we'll get back to you with some really cool ideas and ways to go and effectively light your property. And be sure to watch the videos after this one for more tips on how to install landscape lighting, as well as how to light up your landscape the best way possible.